it's Kira and welcome to the final Vlogmas. It is my favourite day of the year right now, 24th of December, aka Christmas Eve, and I'm so excited. I just feel like Christmas Eve is the best day of the year without a doubt because it is just filled with so much festivity and excitement and anticipation, and while Christmas Day itself is of course wonderful, it's also like the end, whereas on Christmas Eve you're still like super excited for Christmas Day. So I just think it is the best day and I'm so excited that it is here. Although my morning so far has not been that festive, it has just been me running around manically trying to clean and tidy the house before people come round later, because my Christmas Eve plans are just that I'm having my family round, just my mum, my sister, my brother and my stepdad, and we're just gonna have food, play games, get festive, and it's just gonna be really fun. That is our like Christmas Eve tradition, is that we always do like food and games and just get together on Christmas Eve, and we all I think prefer Christmas Eve to Christmas Day, so that is always the tradition. But this is the first year that I'm hosting because it's the first year I've had a house, so that's quite exciting, but also I'm feeling the pressure because it's such a big event, not in terms of size because there are only 5 of us, but in terms of like how much we all look forward to it all year. So I feel the pressure to make sure that it's good, but I'm hoping that it will be. So I've just been getting prepared for that this morning, but now I finished tidying, I'm ready, and I'm just waiting for my brother to come round and pick me up because we're nipping to Marks and Spencer's to go and get some food bits for the lunch. So I'm just waiting for him to collect me, but I'm hoping that I have enough time for the last cup of tea because I feel like I deserve it after such a manic morning of cleaning. But I'm excited and nervous because I'm quite sad that the calendar is going to be over. I've said before and I'll say again, I wish that I could have a tea calendar 365 days of the year because that would just be the dream. But what have we been treated to for the final day? The night before Christmas, all the aromas of Christmas Eve spent around the fire. Interesting. Don't really know what to expect from this because like the flavour and the description, it's not that descriptive in terms of what to expect, so that is going to be a nice little surprise. And along with that I'm going to have a little crumpet just to taste the final jam. I can't believe how light this calendar is now compared to what it was like at the beginning, but here we go. 24, oh, it's a big door. What does this mean? Ooh, what's in this? Doesn't look like a jam. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my goodness, it's a little Bon Maman tree decoration. Oh my god, I'm gonna go put this on the tree right now, and I guess that means I'm not having a crumpet because I do not need to taste the jam. So that is the jam calendar all done and dusted, tea calendar's done and dusted, and I'm a little bit sad about it, I won't lie to you. That's the one downside to the 24th of December, is the fact that it's all over. No more calendars to open, nothing more to look forward to. But alas, I'm going to make this cup of tea and we'll have one final here's the tea taste test. Alright, for the last time then, this year at least, because I'm definitely going to be doing this again next year, we have a tea taste test. It kind of has a smoky smell to it, which it does say around the fireside, but it does kind of have a smoky smell. Who knows what it's going to be like? I really have no idea. Let's give it a try. Kind of like an earthy peppermint. Nice, refreshing, but by comparison to some of the other flavours I've had throughout the month, I would say a little bit disappointing. It's just it doesn't taste like a particularly exciting tea, it just mostly tastes like a peppermint tea. We'll definitely drink it, it's not bad at all, but it's just not, it's not blown me away for the final tea, but what can you do? So, like I said, I'm gonna be waiting for my brother now, who should be coming around very, very soon to pick me up to go shopping, get some food, and then the Christmas Eve festivities will begin. But in the meantime, I have my laptop over there because I need to edit the vlog that is going out tonight. So, cheers to that. So my family just left from our Christmas Eve celebration, which was a lot of fun. The food was incredible. We played some great games, mostly Uno, which is one of my favourite games to play at Christmas time. And it was all in all just a really lovely Christmas Eve celebration. But they've all just headed off, so I'm just planning to tidy up the mess from all the food that we ate, put my Christmas pyjamas on, and then chill with Oscar as I make a start on reading The Merry Christmas Project, which is probably going to be the last festive book that I have a chance to read this year, because of course it's Christmas tomorrow, so then the season for festive books will be over. So I thought it would be nice to read one more before the time is up. So I think I'm going to get pyjamas on, make a cup of tea, and then go chill and read this book. Well, this book has so far been an excellent choice for my final festive read. I really enjoyed all of the festive books that I've read this year, and I think I've definitely read more this year than I have any other year, and it has been so much fun because they are predictable, they are cheesy, you know where they're going, but they're just so much fun. It's just like Christmas films, they just feel comforting. I think because you know they're going to end happily, you can enjoy the journey and any of the like ups and downs that come with it because you know it's going to have a happy ending. And of course it's festive, so very much enjoying it so far. I'm currently about 50 pages in. This is a dual perspective narrative. I don't really know what is going to happen to bring the two perspectives together at this current point in time because they haven't crossed over yet. But we have Mary as our female lead, and she has just gotten out of a long-term relationship with a guy who is basically a commitment phobe. So he was happy enough to be in a relationship, but he never wanted to progress any further to marriage, children, even pets. And of course, that's fine if that's your jam, but for Mary that wasn't what she wanted, and so she had to kind of get out of that relationship. And then she has kind of started a new business, and she's basically just trying to figure out who she is and what to do with her life now that everything is kind of turned upside down. And then we also have Cole as our male lead, and he is a divorced father of two, and his ex-wife has moved away temporarily to Canada for a year-long job contract and has taken the two children with her, and Cole was in support of that. He was like happy for her to do it because it was good for her career and he wanted to support them and also give the children the experience of living somewhere else. But he is ultimately devastated by the fact that he's not with his children, and he feels kind of like he's failed in the fact that he's a divorced father, and just he feels a bit down about how his life has gone. So those are the two people that we've got. They're both at a period of change in not necessarily the most like consistent or stable point in their life, especially in terms of romantic relationships. And I'm really excited to see how the story develops. So that is kind of the premise, and the first 50 pages have basically just set those two sections of the book up and sort of really introduce us to the character and their background. So not much has happened yet, but I think given that it's called the Merry Christmas Project and the subtext says, can two complete strangers save Christmas? I have a feeling that these two characters are going to come together with a bit of trying to, you know, save something that's going wrong with Christmas, which sounds really fun, but right now I don't know how that is going to happen. So I'm planning to have a shower because I want to wash my hair so that it's nice and fresh and clean and I can wear it down for Christmas Day, but I don't want to do that too late because I hate going to bed with wet hair. So I'm going to go and do that now, then get back to reading, I think.
Feeling alone, kinda misty, waiting now for you to come. It's cold again, but I know we'll be warm, sitting by the fire and dream. Tell me again with a whisper, little things that I wanna hear, and the stars up above are smiling when they see you holding me so near. I see snowflakes on the chimneys, and the candles have a certain glow, a secret and a song, even church bells sing along, and the children making angels in the snow. Oh, what a gift to be given. How lucky can this old heart be? And I fall into peace and silence on a very special Christmas Eve.
Good morning guys and Merry Christmas. The 25th is here, it's Christmas Day and I'm so excited. It's currently I think 7 AM. I have been awake since 4 AM because I'm basically like a child on Christmas and I just absolutely cannot sleep. Officially I woke up at I think 3:45 and that was because Oscar decided to sleep right on my bladder, so I really needed to go to the toilet, and then once I was awake from that I just couldn't get back to sleep. But I have had the most lovely morning. It's been nice because normally me and Jay get up early anyway, but it's to go to the gym, but the gym is obviously closed today because it's Christmas, so it's quite nice to have just had like a nice chilled out morning. Had of course a lovely cup of tea in my Santa mug, had some chocolate, opened mine and Jay's presents to each other, and then we just got ready, hence why I'm all dressed up at like 7 o'clock in the morning for our very busy day of travelling around to see various family members. The route that we're taking is that we're going to my mum's house first thing this morning, which is probably about an hour away from us. Then from there we go to my dad's house, which is again about another hour from my mum's house. Then we go to Jay's parents' house, and that is where we're having Christmas dinner. So we've got lots of travelling around to do, which means that we're also going to get to open presents at 4 different houses, which to me is a dream, because I feel like if you do all your presents in one go, it can feel like a bit flat, you know, like you're like, oh, that's Christmas, then you just have the Christmas dinner to look forward to. But because we have so many different places to go to, it feels like the festivities continue throughout the whole day, which I love. So I'm already wearing my favourite dress. I didn't know what to wear for Christmas, and then I looked in my wardrobe and saw this dress that I haven't worn in months, and I was like, yes, this is perfect. Also got a necklace on, and I'm just feeling very festive and very, very happy. So me and Jay, we decided to set a little bit of a budget for Christmas presents this year, because it's our first year where we have like an actual house to look after and, you know, adult bills to pay. So we definitely didn't go quite as extravagant as we normally would, but I bought Jay some wildlifey things because he's really into that and is wanting to start a career in that area. So I got him some wildlifey books, some binoculars for looking at birds, and then lots of chocolates as well, and some clothes. And then he got me a huge, I think it's like an extra large men's fluffy green jumper from Levi, which I really wanted because I thought it'd be really nice for wearing at home. He got me a nice sweatshirt, and then he also got me some vegan chocolate, quite a lot of vegan chocolate actually, I will show you. So first up, he got me 4 different chocolates from this brand called Hip, which is an oat milk vegan chocolate. It's an independent business, and I've heard really great things about them. So I got the gingerbread flavour, the salty pretzel flavour, which I think I'm really gonna like, then also a milk chocolate and a salted caramel. And honestly, I am just in love with the packaging. I think it looks so cool, and of course it's always nice to support independent businesses. He got these from an independent cafe near us, so it was really nice to get these, and they are, like, I think a pretty ethical brand as it goes, so very excited about these. Then he also got me 2 boxes of Buja Buja truffles, which are like the OG vegan chocolates. Like, before normal brands started bringing out their vegan chocolates, Buja Buja has been there for years and years, repping the vegans and giving us delicious vegan truffles. So I was very happy about that. And then I also got some wonderful books from wonderful friends, which I was just so happy about, so I thought I'd do a little mini book haul. So first up, my wonderful friend Mary. I will link everyone down below who I mentioned in this video, by the way. Mary got me 2 books. The first one is Unspeakable Things, which I believe is a thriller, and the second is Tender as the Flesh, which I don't really know too much about, but the first line on the blurb says, if everyone was eating human meat, would you? And that sounds very intriguing to me, so I'm really excited about both of these. Then my friend Carolyn got me I'm Thinking of Ending Things, which again, I don't know much about, but I know that it's obviously been turned into a Netflix adaptation, and I love the actress that is in this film, so I really thought that this would be a fun one to watch, but I wanted to read it first, that's the word I'm looking for. It's still early, so words are not coming to me very easily. So that is what we've got from Carolyn. Not to pick favourites, but the next book is a thing of absolute beauty, and it is from Lucy, and it is this absolutely gorgeous copy of Emma by Jane Austen. I mean, I love it. It is just spectacular. I'm just in love because Emma, as we know, is my favourite Jane Austen novel, and I haven't got as many copies of it, considering that it's my favourite, as I would like to, but this one is just absolutely gorgeous. And then finally, my friend Emma got me a book that I'm super excited to read, and although I said that the Merry Christmas Project was probably going to be the last festive book I pick up, I think I might extend the festivities to make room for this book, and that is The Christmas Bookshop by Jenny Colgan. As we know, I love her 2 books on the island, which is An Island Christmas and then Christmas at the Island Hotel. This one is a different series, but I'm so excited about it, and I've really wanted this one since it was released earlier this year, so very excited about that one, and just feel so grateful to have had some lovely books sent to me by such lovely people, and I'm just so happy to have new books on my shelves to read. And then finally, I thought I'd do a live unboxing of a present that my friend Sarah got me, because I haven't haven't opened it yet. I put it under the tree and then totally forgot where I'd put it, but now I have remembered. So without further ado, let's open the presents from Sarah. Oh, this is cute. Sarah loves bees and she's gotten me 2 Be Grateful coasters, which are like proper ceramic, very, very cute. I know what this is. Nearly dropped it. Oh, this is so cute. Are these rabbits or are they sheep? It's a mug. And I think it's got either little fluffy sheep or little fluffy rabbits, but either way, it's very, very cute and I love it. And then finally, don't know what this is. Oh, amazing! A cute little notebook, which is so amazing because I need a new notebook for 2022. I know that you don't have to start a new notebook with a new year, but I like to, and this one has little yoga people on it, which is super cute. Ah, I feel so lucky. It's only 7 AM and I'm already having such a wonderful Christmas morning. So I hope you have had a wonderful morning, because obviously you're watching this after Christmas. So I hope your Christmas day was absolutely wonderful. Right now I'm going to get ready and, well, I'm already ready. Just going to gather all of my things, all of the presents that I'm giving to other people throughout the day, and then we'll be heading off. First stop though is unfortunately to try and find a petrol station that is open on Christmas Day, because Jay's one job yesterday was to fill up the car. Did he do it? No, he didn't. So now we have to try and find a petrol station that's open on Christmas. So wish us luck. I'll catch up with you at the next house. It's about 9 PM and I've just gotten back from our Christmas Day adventure, so I'm just chilling with my best pal Oscar, and I've gotten straight into, oh my god, the cheek of it on Christmas Day as well. Tried to just pull my ear off. Yeah, I have just gotten straight into a brand new pair of pyjamas that my mum got me because I'm absolutely ready to crash out and just go to sleep. Today has been so much fun and it was so lovely to see everyone. Like, we obviously went to my mum's house, then my dad's house, and then Jay's parents' house, so we saw all of our families and it was lovely to be able to see everyone on Christmas Day. But it was a lot of driving around and just, you know, socialising and all of that kind of stuff, so I am very content but very excited to be in bed right now and just to like chill out, because I think I could do with a really good night's sleep, and we've had like a great day of like socialising and catching up with everyone, and then tomorrow me and Jay are just planning to stay at home. We're gonna get a pizza in the evening, probably eat lots and lots of food during the day, probably do some reading and just chill out, so we get like the best of both versions of Christmas. So with that said, don't think I'm going to be much use to anyone for the rest of this evening because I'm so tired, so I'm going to head straight to sleep and I'll catch up with you in the morning. Well, much like the rest of December, Boxing Day seems to be going extremely quickly. It is currently just before 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and all I've achieved today so far is watching the Christmas special of Call the Midwife, which was on TV last night, but because we were travelling between different houses, I wouldn't have had a chance to watch it live, and I didn't want to rush it, so I thought I'd watch it this morning. So I made myself a beautiful mug of hot chocolate with vegan marshmallows and vegan whipped cream and cozied up to watch that episode, and it was wonderful. Probably not my favourite Christmas special that they've done, but up there as one of them, because it really had a nice balance of like a really happy focus on like a wedding, but then also a more serious gritty side, and I really liked how it was all balanced and brought together. And just in general, I love Call the Midwife so much, and it's only a week now until the new season starts, or yeah, exactly a week today, because it starts on Sunday the 2nd of January, so not long to wait until the new series, and I'm so happy about it because it's just my favourite show. It's so wonderful, so cozy, and as I've said many a time before, every single time without fail makes me want to change career paths immediately. So that was fun, and I'm really glad that I got to watch that this morning. Jay and I went out for a walk, and then when we got back from that, it was probably about 1 p.m. I decided to do a little bit of reading of the Merry Christmas Project, and then fell asleep almost immediately. So what an epic fail that turned out to be. No reflection on the book itself. I just suddenly was overcome with the most unavoidable wave of tiredness, and I just couldn't resist a little nap on the sofa. So didn't get a huge amount of reading done. I'm on page 88 currently. This book is certainly, it's okay. It's, you know, not that festive yet, but it's currently October in the novel, and it's leading up towards this like community Christmas project where there's basically a man from this town has like always been the guy who pioneered Christmas in the village, and he passed away the year before, so the community sort of comes together to try and make Christmas even better in this guy's memory. And then I'm sure there's going to be romance in there as well, and as I mentioned, on Christmas Eve we're seeing it from 2 different people's perspectives, and because they're both going through a bit of a difficult time, I'm imagining that they're going to kind of throw themselves into this project as a bit of a distraction, and then find that it's like actually a really fun thing and that they really enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to reading more. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'll be finishing this one today, just based on how tired I was reading at 1 p.m, but I'm definitely going to continue and try and get it done over the next few days, certainly before the new year. And I'm also going to try and read Jenny Colgan's The Christmas Bookshop before the new year as well, because I feel like you can extend Christmas for as long as your Christmas tree is up, but once it's January and the tree comes down, then I feel like it's a bit silly to be reading Christmas books. So those are the 2 books I'm desperate to finish before the end of the year. So that's where we're at with reading. Now, what I thought would be really fun to do, and I can't take full credit for this because I had kind of forgotten about it, but someone asked in a comment on my last vlog if I would be able to rank some of the flavours of the advent calendars that I've had. So for anyone that doesn't know, I have had tea advent calendars as well as a jam advent calendar this year, and especially with the tea ones, I have been making notes of each of the flavours, and I thought I would give you a rundown of my favourite and least favourite teas. So without further ado, coming in my least favourite position is Winter is Coming. That was the tea from day 4 with the Bird and Blend calendar, and it was so spicy. It had peppercorns in, and it made me want to cry. It was just like savoury, spicy, very unpleasant, and I just was not a fan. Another one I didn't like was Superstar Anise, which was from my English Tea Company calendar. That one had a very licoricey flavour, and I just wasn't a fan. And then the third and final tea that I think I would say I really didn't like is Cold Weather Warrior. This was the day 15 tea from Bird and Blend, and it smelled like cat wee, so I wasn't a fan of that. Wasn't for me, but each to their own. Now on to the flavours that I did love, and it was very hard to narrow them down because honestly there were so many delicious ones. So I think I'm going to go for a top 5 of favourite flavours. So starting in space number 5, we're going to go for Fairy Tale of New York, which was the day 9 tea, and this one was an Irish coffee inspired tea. So it had an almost like whiskey-ish smell to it. It was like a rooibos based tea with a hint of coffee, and it was just a really nice blend of flavours. Not as heavy as a coffee is, but a little bit richer than a tea normally is, and just really, really delicious. So that was absolutely delightful. Next up we have Snowball, which was the day 18 tea, and that was a chocolate and coconut combination, and I absolutely loved it because I love chocolate and coconut. Nothing more to it. It was just delicious. Next up, keeping on with the chocolate theme, there was day 19's tea, which was chocolate digestive. It was nice and chocolatey and just had like a really, I don't know how to describe it, but it just kind of had like a bit of an additional like sweetness and depth to it, which kind of give it that like biscuity flavour. It smelled of like a butterscotch angel delight. There was like a caramelly note to it, and it was delightful. So that was number 3. Next up we have number 13's tea, which is in spot number 2, and that was salted caramel Lebkuchen, which was just as delightful as it sounds. Cinnamony, gingerbready, just absolutely delightful, and I loved it. And then, what is gonna get the number 1 position? Okay, I think I know, but I'm just gonna double check. Oh! No, okay, I'm gonna have to do 2 more. This is a top 6. Okay, coming in spot 1.1 is Poppin' Xmas Butter Toffee, which was basically like toffee popcorn in a tea, and it was incredible. I loved it so much. And then finally, in spot number 1, we have Mince Pie, which was so festive and delightful. So those are my tea favourites. Obviously, if you want to hear my in-depth thoughts, you can literally see me opening them every single day throughout Vlogmas. But now, looking back over the last 24 days of tea, those are the ones that are standing out to me as my favourites, and also the few that I'm remembering as absolutely horrific. Now, someone also asked about my favourites in terms of the jams. So one that I really, really liked was one that they actually asked about, and that was the orange a la cannelle, which is orange and cinnamon, and that was so delightful, and it just felt like it was made for me. I also liked one that was quite early on in the calendar, and that was like mango, peach and lime, because it was so zesty and delicious. And on the zesty and delicious train we also have lemon and yuzu. I really actually found myself loving the citrusy, fruity, marmalade-y type jams rather than the, you know, traditional strawberry and raspberry. But aside from the fig jam, which was just very, very sweet and caramelly and just wasn't one that I would personally ever choose, there was not a single jam in that advent calendar that I didn't like, because I love jam, and they were all really delightful, really fruity. They didn't taste artificial, it just tasted like really delicious fruit jam. So on the whole, I would highly recommend the Bird and Blend Tea Advent Calendar. I'm certainly going to be getting this one again next year because it was such a star. I honestly have had the most wonderful time tasting all of these teas, and there are definitely some that I'm going to be buying myself to have throughout the rest of the year because they have such delicious flavours. And I would also really recommend the Bon Maman calendar for anyone who's looking for like a calendar that's a little bit different, because it was so much fun. You get to try all of these different flavours, things that you would not normally find in the shops when you're just looking at the normal jam section, and it's just really, really fun. I don't know, it felt like really special because I've never done something like that before. So would definitely recommend both of those calendars because they were wonderful. Obviously it's probably a little bit early for buying your advent calendars next year, but still keep them in mind because they were both a lot of fun. Now in terms of our Boxing Day plans for the rest of the day, I think me and Jay are going to head out for a second little walk because Jay likes to get 10,000 steps a day, so we might as well head out while it's still a little bit light outside. We're then planning to get pizza this evening and find something nice to watch on TV, and if I don't fall asleep I might get a few more pages of this book in, so I'll catch up with you later. so it is now Monday the 27th of December, so as sad as it makes me to say it, Christmas is officially done and dusted for this year. So I think I'm going to bring Vlogmas to an end, which is so sad. In a way, not really, because the vlogs are still going to continue, so there'll still be all the same kinds of content, but the tree will no longer be with us, so that is quite sad. But we'll be back again next year, and I cannot wait already because Christmas is the best and I love it. But I thought I would wrap up this final Vlogmas video with one last reading update of the Merry Christmas Project, which I'm now about halfway through. I have to say, this is probably my least favourite festive book that I've read this year. It just isn't quite like making me as excited as the other ones, but equally that might be because I'm reading it, you know, kind of post-Christmas. I started it on Christmas Eve, but we are now over the festive period, so perhaps I'm just not connecting to the story quite as much because Christmas is over already. But either way, I just find that I'm not like quite as interested in the characters, and I know obviously there is an inevitable romance, but so far I'm not all that bothered about the two characters getting together. I do like both of the main characters, but individually I'm finding both of their stories interesting, but I'm not that fussed about the idea of them getting together. But I'm definitely enjoying the book. It's a nice easy read, but on the scale of all of the festive books that I've read so far this year, not my favourite, but not a bad book by any stretch of the imagination. I'm going to be finishing this book up here, and so to give you something to look forward to now that Vlogmas is very sadly over, the next vlog that you'll see after this one is going to be a Operation Goodreads goal, because I am currently 7 books away from reaching my Goodreads goal, and it is the 27th of December, so we have a full 5 days in which I'm going to be doing everything I possibly can to try and reach my Goodreads goal, which is 75 books. So without further ado, I best get going and doing some reading, but I just wanted to finish up Vlogmas by saying thank you so much to everyone who has watched the Vlogmas videos, commented, shared in my festivity, because you guys made it all so much more fun. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.